Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dover High School as Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Fordham Coffee, and the Harrington Companies bring you this live wrestling action on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. This is the battle for the Colonial Division in Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference. I'm Donald J. Brower here, Matt's side, with Shaney Dunn. Shane, two teams we want to talk about. Obviously, the Tigers coming in 10-3, 7-0 in the conference, 3-0 in their division. They were in the Independents last year, fourth. They moved up. The Braves, Newton Braves, 5-7, 3-0 in the conference, 3-0 in the division. They were fifth in the Freedom Division. Two new teams in this division, and they're out here fighting it to take the championship. Tell me a little bit about these squads, just kind of what you think here is, these two squads are going to do.
Well, I think Dover definitely has the advantage with their record, but it's definitely closer than a lot of people think. Like you said, they're both undefeated in their division. So Dover's 10-3 this year. Their only losses are to Lacey, Nutley, and Union. They placed 11th in the Dover Holiday Tournament. That was their highest placement in a tournament this season. And Newton, outside of their division, has just had a little bit of a rougher go. 5-7, like we said, 3-0 in their division. So this is for the Colonial Conference, like you said, and this is a very big battle on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, this is something that I don't know if a lot of people expect it. The last couple years, Newton's been down a little bit. Dover was down, but great. I want to just say great job by Coach Dodd here, as you see him coming in the screen, rebuilding this program and getting kids to buy in. Dover had that problem of, obviously, Newton, one of the longest running schools and programs in, the state. Dover had the problem of you weren't getting kids in the youth program. You're only getting them for a few years, and now, they're kind of building up and they're doing what they do. But we got to have a really good crowd of people here tonight. Going to be starting off here at 2:15. Want to give a quick shout out to one of our number one fans, Terry Tersigny, watching us in Florida. Thanks for tuning in, Terry.
Red and even for Newton.
Newton will be red and even. Dover will be odd and green.
We'll be starting at 215 pounds. I love starting a little bit heavier for a dual meet. We're off an aggressive start by both gentlemen.
Okay.
Hand fight to start this period. See who comes out on top. They separate. And they're back at it. Shot attempt there from Dover's 215-pounder.
This is an interesting weight to start out for these teams, too, because obviously some of the stars for Dover are a little lower in the weights, the same with Newton. So these are going to be those toss-up matches that are obviously going to want to get the team right out from the gate,
Absolutely. The best is yet to come for both teams with their stars on the squad, but this is as important as any of the 14 matches we'll be calling here tonight.
And don't forget, not only are we here, we got a crew over at Mount Olive who is handling that with Pope John, and we also have Roxbury at Morris Knowles. Almost said Roxbury at Randolph. That was the other day.
While we're still getting started up here, I'd love to give a shout out to our local sponsors: Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Ork Roofing, V. Sosa Grooming.
Orky. He did my roof. He's a great guy.
Orky.
I don't want to make sure you get it. Stanley and Orky.
Apologies.
It's not the guy from He-Man. That's an old reference.
I didn't get it. Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body. We thank you guys for sponsoring us, and we thank everyone for watching. That brings the end of the first period, 0-0 for both gentlemen.
We'd also like to thank our main title sponsor this evening, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to help us broadcast tonight's matchup.
They start neutral in the second period.
A little more hand fighting here.
Now a head snap here for Camano. Shot attempt there, but Rios, great sprawl. He's going to try and spin around and get these 3 points. Still not all the way around.
Camano Enriquez still has that leg and gets up to his base, driving through, trying to grab that other one.
Halfway through the second period, Rios trying to spin around, still to no avail.
Push it forward, gonna get the 3 here, take a quick lead.
And just a tiny mistake there from Rios, capitalized beautifully by Camano Enriquez.
It was interesting too, because Camano Enriquez had his arm around the leg, and I'm surprised Rios didn't go the other way, spinning around. He had the opening if he really wanted to take it.
Cross-face attempt here, Camano Enriquez. Now has that opposite arm trying to roll him here. 13 seconds left in the second period. Nothing lead for Camano Enriquez over Rios after 2. We're heading into the third period. Dover decision. Dover will be on top. Camano Enriquez. So starting off exactly where he ended the second period. Another beautiful takedown there by Camano Enriquez. No point since he started on top and didn't let him up. Now trying to run this half, get him in a pin, and a beautiful job rolling him to his side here. Crossface trying to switch to the other side now. Rios is trying to build his base, but Camano Enriquez gets a cradle.
This could be huge. He gets the pin right off the top. 6 points for Dover.
Amazing start there for Dover. Couldn't have ridden it better for him. Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, Garden State HSW, and on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe and check out all of our other coverages we're doing, as well as in the future you can see on our live page all of our upcoming broadcasts. Now heading into the heavyweight match. Really quick, Newton's wrestler push him to the near side of the mat, and they go off the mat. So far a hand fight, but Brown has been the aggressor. Now we'll see if Sanchez is starting to push him backwards.
Sanchez is the bigger of the two at weighing in at 265, where Brown was more of a 222, so it could have floated either way, but let's see if that'll pay off in the long run.
Definitely a longer reach from Brown, but giving up 40 pounds is no easy task, no matter, I mean, what level of wrestling you're doing it at, but heavyweights, that's a tough one.
He's still moving forward, but now Sanchez going back, you wonder if, with this referee, he's doing a great job so far letting them wrestle. Hasn't called stalling or anything. One of the top officials is Kyle Piazza, one of the best, in the area. We got a big atmosphere here tonight.
No, yeah. I mean, we also have the cheerleaders. A lot of schools don't have their cheerleaders for wrestling. I love the ones that do. I mean, you just get everyone involved at that point. And I think wrestling and cheerleading, it's like football and cheerleading. They kind of go hand in hand and work together.
Oh, 100%.
Brown trying to push him off the mat again, potentially here. But Sanchez pushing back, brings him back to the middle of the mat. They basically restart with 17 seconds left in this first period.
Restart without the stalling. Or stalemate at this point.
Shot attempt here from Brown. Denied by Sanchez.
Don't want to go for anything crazy here with a few seconds left. Eddie's going to give up the 3 right as the buzzer sounds.
Can see the frustration from Sanchez. Taking a second to get up. Didn't like giving up those points at the end of the round.
I don't blame him.
Of course not. But he will start on top in the second. Sanchez doing a great job taking that ankle. But Brown gets out of it. It's now 4-0. Beautiful head snap there from Brown. Drove Sanchez right into the mat. Now trying to roll him over here, up 7-0. If you're Sanchez, this is not where you want to be with 1.5 minutes left in the period. Nowhere near the edge of the mat. Brown's running this half, trying to flip him over.
This would be huge for Newton, too, to go into the bottom half of the lineup with a score. But Sanchez never got control. Looked like he had him there. Was up a little high.
Might have been a last-ditch effort from Sanchez now. See if he can avoid this pin with 1 minute left. Time in favor of Brown, just to see if he can get him over. Stalemate is called.
No, I think it might be. Was it something? It was, but he like touched his mouth. I thought maybe Brown might have been bleeding the way he kind of went to his mouth. So I didn't know if they had said blood or anything. I just looked, oh, okay. 48 seconds left here in the second. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company, Performance Trophies, and Apex Wrestling School, the official sponsor of GSHSW.com's live wrestling coverage. Donald J. Brower here with Shaney Dunn. We are in Dover, New Jersey, as the Newton Braves face the Dover Tigers for the Colonial Division Conference Championship in the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference. Dover's up 3-0.
First stall warning here from the ref. Gets it 1 more point for Brown. 8-0 lead for him as we head into the third period. Sanchez took his time getting up there, rightfully so. Heading into the third period of this heavyweight bout. Looks like Brown's looking for that head snap once again. Already went for it once in the beginning of this period. You saw that separation there. He was trying to push him back to drag him back in. And the head snap is all Brown's going for here in this third period, and it's just tiring out Sanchez. Sanchez trying to get off the mat there, and they do. 1:34 to go in the third. Expect another head snap here from Brown. And we'll see what happens here. Brown now takes Sanchez's back, but they separate. Sanchez kind of just flicks him off of him there. See what Sanchez has in the tank in the last 50 seconds of this heavyweight match.
Sanchez, you almost kind of wonder, he's got to do something, because right now you're in major decision territory. You lose, you lose. But if you cut that the way they don't get the bonus points, that's going to be big for this Dover squad.
You saw him go for a little bit of a hip toss before. See if he's maybe aiming for that again. Maybe that's his move.
And there it is. You might as well go for it now, because right now it doesn't matter if you go for something and you get thrown or you get taken down. There's 18 seconds left. It's risk and reward right here. He's got to go for something. But he's just holding on here.
Now 5 seconds left, and it looks like Brown will escape with a 9-0 victory over Sanchez. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor or learn more, you ask? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com. Restarting the weight order now. We are at 106 pounds for our third match. Shot attempt here from Newton's wrestler, and he gets him down. Gets the 3 points. Going for a trip on the far side of the mat. Gets him down.
Right now we got Juan Torres from Dover, and we have Ozzy Cayezio Pelt for Newton.
Did you say Ozzy?
Yep.
Big fan of that. Trip attempt there from Torres once again.
I hope I'm pronouncing that first part of that last name right. Ciuzio. So, Kuzi? Oh, Cuzio?
I'm cool with just calling him Ozzy. 1 point escape there for Torres. Or sorry, for Cuzio Pelt.
It's going to be interesting to see as we go further here what Dover does, because I'm assuming, looking at what Newton has coming up, they're going to probably send up Jacob McConnell. And that would be 113. Maybe for Dover, they send out Jim Torres, bump up Jaden Mendez to 120 to see if they can get something against an Ethan Weitzel. So it's going to be some chess here coming up.
And, you know, in the beginning of the season, when you have everybody healthy, of course, typically, you see a lot of it is just traditional wrestling. Everybody wrestles their weight. But as in the last 2-3 weeks, as I've been calling more conference champs, stuff like that, you see a lot of that chess.
Got a little blood time here. We'd like to thank our main sponsor, the people who got us here tonight. Palestis Educational Consultants, 973-960-4502. Palestis. And let me ask you a question. If somebody's sitting at home right now and they go, you know, Don Brower, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, we love what you're doing. Sure, that Shaney Dunn sounds like a hack. What would we do to follow you and know when you're online, and how will we be able to find things? We'll talk about that after, because now they're done. So now my transition doesn't work. So it was a social media post. We'll do that after. I was too much into that.
3-1 lead for Torres in the second period.
Deep on a shot, but right on the edge, you know?
This could be 3 for Torres.
He's going to get to 3.
Today's match is locally sponsored by Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Orky Roofing, The Sosa Grooming, Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body. We thank you guys for sponsoring us, and we thank you all for watching.
A lot of action today. This is a packed slate locally, especially. I was looking at the schedule earlier before we went on. A ton of matches, but those 2 swipes there had him in precarious position. It's just been a tale of 2 periods, too, because realistically, Torres was a little bit in trouble in the first, got taken down by Ozzy. Now it seems like it's a different match, so the third is going to be the big thing. Running to half, I'm not sure if he's got the time. Going to get some back points here, might stick him. And he does. That is huge right there for Newton. Or Dover, excuse me, against Newton.
That was beautiful at the end. Helped him up, a hug at the end. Love to see the sportsmanship on display.
Now, as I was saying, take it away.
Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling, and do not forget about our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all those great things. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site.
This is going to be McConnell and Mendez.
And a quick start here.
And it might be a quick finish. Got a couple back points there, takedown, and then 2 more.
Might still have him. Losing that cradle a little bit on the right side.
He's got to readjust here. You know, obviously, he wants to come out here and put a big emphasis pin here. One of the top wrestlers for Dover is Mendez, who finished second last year in the MCT and should be one of the favorites in the upcoming one this weekend that we'll be covering. Nice plug there for me. But, you know, I think sometimes that adrenaline can get a little, especially in the home gym, everything going on. Just got to settle in there, do your job, and good things will happen. Going to run it here.
What a bridge from McConnell.
And what a pin from Mendez. 18-4. We're going to see, but I'm actually shocked that they sent Mendez out there and didn't try to put him up at 120. But I don't think it'll affect anything, but it's just interesting there.
Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities are available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor or learn more? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Heading to 120-pound action here. Quick shot attempt from Newton's 120-pounder.
That's Weitzel.
Could see a mat return here.
Nice takedown.
One-point escape. Another shot attempt here, trying to drag him down and trips him in the process. And has a 3-point takedown. Now trying to run this half just a little bit high. Still has that single leg. See if he can trip him here.
This is what I was talking about a little bit before. I'm surprised they didn't put Mendez up here against Weitzel and have Torres wrestle right after at 113. Get that set up, go from there and see what you can do.
Cradle, beautiful. Oh, but wow, what a reversal there. Caught me off guard.
Now he's trying to run a cradle, but then Torres is stuck, and he gets the pin with 4.4 seconds. That is huge for Newton right now.
Buzzer beater of all buzzer beaters right there. We would like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. 973-960-4502, Palestis. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. We're now going up to 126 pounds. But before we do that, I'd also like to give a shout out to our local sponsors, Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Orky Roofing, V Sosa Grooming, Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body. Thank you guys for sponsoring us, and thank you all for watching.
Got Murtaugh here versus Slavianto.
Big aggressive hand fight in the middle here. Both went for a shot there. Cradle attempt from Murtaugh. Now driving him. I mean, this pin here would be huge for Newton to get back into things. Cradle attempt. He's definitely got 4 back points here. See if he can get the pin. Murtaugh just needs to get the right angle here. Salvantano doing the best job he can on bottom, but the pin is called with 22 seconds left in the first period. What a win there from Murtaugh. Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, GardenStateHSW, and Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. We'll now head to 132 pounds. Both teams have just sprinted at each other off the starts.
This is Lee for Dover, Varga for Newton.
Every first period, I feel like they're just going to bang heads because they're going for a shot at the same time. It's like they have the same idea. I love the intensity of this dual meet so far. Varga, this would be huge. This would give Newton the lead if he can get this pin here. Lee doing a great job on defense from this spot. You can see him trying to run the legs the opposite direction, trying to turn over. The way he's placing his toes at that angle, he's trying to use his weight to push himself to the other side. but Varga, excuse me, a little bit too strong.
Lee trying to peel, get that arm off. He's still in a good position. I mean, for the position he's in.
I'll say it, hopefully he doesn't get pinned as I do. Varga's very calm on bottom here. You can see it in his face. He gets pinned. Maybe it didn't help him.
Lee's on the bottom. Varga was on top.
These colors, it's messing with me. I apologize again for that. That's on me. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more, you ask? Look for the Your Logo Here button or email admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com to learn more. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live stream coverage. I'm Shane Dunn. To my right, Donald J. Brower. For Newton versus Dover, this is 138 pounds. This single leg is deep. Now almost got him broken down there. 3-point takedown there. Now 1:10 left in this first period. Newton's been dominating so far. An escape there. Decker, after an explosive start, is now on bottom. To Q on top.
Dover would love a tilt here for some points.
Off the mat before that one. Decker getting some advice from his coach before the end of the first period. DeCuna might have him. But Decker, the core strength there to just sit up in the middle of that.
That
was
might have been
amazing.
bad, though, because now he could sit in if he had a little more time. He exposed, he turned his back to the mat. You never want to do that.
They'll be neutral. 5-3 lead for DeQ.
Did he not get 4 swipes on that with the back? It should, if I'm correct, should it not be 6? Or did he only give 3?
I think you might be right on that.
I thought he had plenty of swipes there, so I thought it should be 6. I may have been wrong. I thought I counted the swipes. Dover really needs something here. They got to stop the bleeding. No pun intended, because they got to do something to stop this momentum. You know, you don't want to get too far down and then have to rely on pinning out.
You know, the last 2 matches I've called have came down to the last match. Been a blessing to get to call those, but this one could be going the same way.
When you got 2 teams fighting for a conference championship, it's not shocking.
Not at all. Great job on top here. 45 seconds left in the second. DeQ's been all over Decker this second period. Potential mat return here. Not the most successful. Oh, DeQ turns it though. Unless Decker has his head, but DeQ turns it.
Q has a half. If he could run it, he could have kept running it. DeQ had that half deep. If he had run it and just kept running it, he would have gotten the turn. My opinion.
No, I saw it too. 10 seconds now in the second period, and Decker's going to need a big third if he wants to come back in this one. Just at the halfway point of this duel. And DeQ grabbing his eye. Injury time there.
I think he just got poked in the eye there.
We'd like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. 973-960-5402, Palestis. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more. Look for the Your Logo Here button or email admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com. Big start here for Decker. Might have a cradle potentially. And Newton's crowd has come alive here. DeQ now has an out. Has the back of Decker.
Gotta watch that arm. Gets the half. Gonna come around.
And just like that, we are tied 10-10.
And Dover gets the pin. That's huge. That's just one of these toss-up matches I told you about. Huge pin there by Dover. They retake the lead, 24-22.
What a match. Today's broadcast presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. And we'd also like to give a shout out to our local sponsors, Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Orky Roofing, Visosa Grooming, Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body.
It's going to be Malillo for Newton, and for Dover, this is going to be Brian Cabrera. Newton's going to obviously try to take the lead here with a couple of their next weights. You're going to have this, Bucci, and Tyler Moradin there, and then you're going to have a couple other ones. But Dover's going to have to minimize what they can. Going pin for with this team is not going to work.
Great single leg from Cabrera. But now a hip toss attempt from Malillo. They go off the mat. And they'll be neutral with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in this first period. may have lost video coverage for the moment, so I'm going to be doing play-by-play. If you can hear me, a cradle attempt here from Malello. And now Malello has Cabrera towards his back, but now Cabrera flips out of it. Now we have a scramble. They go off the mat on the far side of the mat. It is 5-0. Malello of Newton leads. Malello on top to start with 6 seconds left in this first period. Cabrera tries to roll him over. End of the first period, Brian Cabrera down 5-0 to Malello. Looks like we might have our camera back online. Not for long. But in the meantime, I'll be calling this as if it was a radio broadcast. Cabrera will start on top of Malello to start the second period. Malello on bottom now grabs the right leg of Cabrera. They are tied up in the middle of the mat, and they separate. That is a 1-point escape for Malello, now makes it 6-0 for him. They're still going at it in the center. Not much to call, just a hand fight. .126 left in this second period. Both just gauging for wrist control right in the center of the mat. Both neutral. Shot attempt here from Malello. Denied by Cabrera. They're now on the ground. Malello's running it. Malello has Cabrera on his back. Cabrera is near getting pinned here, and he's pinned within 59 seconds of the second period. Malello takes the lead for Newton. It is 28-24. We apologize for the camera issues. We're trying to get that fixed as fast as possible. Now we head to 150 pounds. Follow us on social media, on Facebook, Garden State HS Wrestling, on X, Garden State HSW, and on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, comment, like our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. 20 seconds of this match. Just spins him in a cradle. Gets the pin in 35 seconds. Bucci wins. Now makes it 34-24 in favor of Newton. £157 now. Shot attempt here from Dover was denied by Newton's wrestler. An escape, a quick 3-point takedown for Newton, a 1-point escape from Dover. They'll be neutral. Hand fight on the far side of the mat. Newton has the leg of Dover. We'll start back in the middle of that with a minute left in the first period. We'd also like to give a shout out to our local sponsors, Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Orkey Roofing, V Sosa Grooming, Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body. We thank you guys for sponsors, and we thank all of you for watching. Blood time called. While we have this blood time out, today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live stream coverage.
24 seconds.
We return to the action. Six to 2 lead for Newton right now in this match. 34-24 lead for them in the duel. Brings the end of the first period, 6 to 2 lead. Galvez of Dover on top. Ref calls potentially dangerous. Assume locked hands behind the head there. 1 point given to Mordon.
Sorry about that. Somebody knocked our camera off.
Single leg from Galvez. But now Mordon with a single leg of his own. Galvez has the ankle of Mordon. Galvez shifted completely to the other side. That was good. Great spot on top here for him. Now trying to get a half in here on the right side. Still trying to run that half, it looks like. You're trying to get the half, rather. Despite the scoreboard, this has been Galvez's period. Mordon escapes. That'll bring the end of the second period. Third period coming now. And Dover needs this here. Need a big third period out of Galvez. Galvez starts off aggressive. Caution there from the ref. Shot attempt from Galvez, really quick there. See if he can get the three. That was single leg from Mordon. But a great sprawl from Galvez. He's nearly off the mat. Nearly on the hardwood of this court underneath it. Now they basically flip positions. Moordan now. They go off the mat. 1:20 to go here in the third period. 8-2 lead for Moordan of Newton. Mat return there. The ref calls his own time. We would like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. 973-960-4502, Palestis. Follow us on social media, on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, Garden State HSW, on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling, and don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel as well, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor or learn more? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Back to the action. They will start neutral. Moordan needs to coast here, rather. Galvez needs something here. Galvez with a big takedown there, but needs a lot more than that. Needs two of them about. 3-point takedown there. He's back points away from tying this or taking the lead himself. But he would need them in the last 40 seconds of this period. Sergio Galvez, does he have it in him in these last 25 seconds? He's brought it from major decision to a regular decision here, making it only a 3-point contest, but still has 12 seconds to work. See if he can get these back points or more. Odd positioning here from Sergio, trying anything he can. And that's a loss I'm sure Dover can work with. Just losing by 3 points there, regular decision. Bigger for Dover than you'd assume. We would like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. 973-960-5402, Palestis. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. Now at 165 pounds. Just in case you weren't here at the start with us, we'll be ending at 190 pounds. Tonight we started at 215. Single leg attempt there from Guerra. Now a return to the middle of the mat. 1:27 to go here in the first. Three-point takedown there for Bonilla. I'd also like to give a shout out to our local sponsors, Above Ground Legend Pools, Stanley and Orkey Roofing, V. Sosa Grooming, Freeway Tire Pros, Hampton Diner, Paco's Pizza, Smith's Heating and Cooling, and Newton Auto Body. We thank you guys for sponsoring us, and we thank you all for watching. Bonilla of Dover on top of Guerra of Newton. what a mat return there from Manila. Cradle attempt here from Manila in the last few seconds of the first period. Can he get it? That'll bring us to the end of the first period. 3-0 lead for Manila. Manila chooses bottom. Guerra on top. Guerra needs to keep him down here. Manila still on top. Now 5-0 for him. Down 13. Dover needs to win the next 3 matches. No matter how they do it, they need at least a pin in there or a tech, and one of them, and the rest would be major decisions. So Manila's on a good start for Dover, but they need these last 2 matches to be wins in their favor more than a minor decision. .55 seconds left in this second period. Manila's still on top.
Dover would love a pin here, cutting to this leaderboard, because now, don't forget, we started at 2:15. I've got a couple bouts left, so Dover's got to win out and get some bonus points along the way.
I was doing the math while you were away, which was brutal, I will say, but I went over it a little bit. Depending on how they do here, an easier path to victory with a pin or a tech here, but it's not looking like it's going that way. So they would need 2 major decisions and a regular if they're not going the pin route. But I mean, I could go over 100 different possibilities with that. Just let it play out how it will. 5-0 lead here for Bonilla going into the third.
Bonilla. You never heard of Bobby Bonilla?
Bobby Bonilla Day. What are you talking about?
Bonilla Day.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. Probably. My favorite holiday.
Best deal ever made. Takedown there by Bonilla. Now we're in major decision territory.
Angel now trying to flip him. I will give a compliment to Guerra. It has been impossible to get to his back so far in this matchup. Doing a great job on bottom. And this is exactly what Newton is asking for. Don't get pinned, don't get teched. At worst, major decision. Which still isn't great for them, but it's much better than the alternative.
Bonilla's got to watch here, too, because he's just in major decision territory. So if Guerrera can get up, get out, and make it a regular decision late, that's going to be tough for Dover to overcome. That's not going to help Dover.
Spoke it into existence there. A little Broward jinx.
I seem to be that way this year with so many teams.
Bonilla will leave with an 8-2 victory.
Dover thought maybe there was a defensive pin there, but the referee didn't see it.
We would like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. 973-960-5402, Palestis. Today's broadcast presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of Garden State HSWrestling's.com's live wrestling coverage. Now a 10-point deficit Dover needs to overcome here. Almendarez knows what is needed from him here. Single leg attempt there from Almendarez, but Hibbets jumps on it. Still neutral, 0-0. Single leg attempt here from Hibbets. Almendarez now with a 3-point takedown. Now a cradle here from Almendarez, but Hibbets breaks out of it.
He's got to reassess here because he's in a bad position. So he's going to get some swipes, but he's got to maneuver around a little more. Now, regular decision is a win for Newton.
I guarantee Hibbets knows what's at stake here.
Almendarez has got to lock it in there. And he does. He's rolling it over.
What an escape from Hibbets.
3 back points, though.
Hibbets is giving it his all on defense right now, knowing exactly what's at stake. Almendarez will be on top.
If I had to guess, it's going to be Jonathan Vasquez from Dover and Aaron Stone from Newton.
I think we're looking at Aaron warming up right now. Very stoic face, very serious. Exactly what you need to be like when you're about to be in a potentially dual settling match. And this will be my 3rd straight duel where it comes down to the final match.
I picked a good one for you.
I appreciate that. Hibbets almost got turned there, a little bit off balance.
Now, Hibbets has got to make a move here. He's got to get some bonus points because it doesn't help you if you don't win. Drives through, going to get to 3. Going to run into major decision territory here.
Nasty crossface there from Almendares.
Trying to lock up a cradle here if he could get it. Gets it in good position, just sits back. Got plenty of time, settle in. Gonna ease out so that back drops. Gonna hold him a little bit, gotta give up 4 points there. 13-0. Whatever he got to do here, he's got to make sure he's got it locked in, because the next turn or tilt is going to end this matchup.
One more period to see what this last match is going to have at stake. Again, Hibbets on defense is doing his absolute best as he can.
Now, great job here by Hibbets. He's choosing top for the third because he wants to go for the 6. If he had chosen a neutral or it's got a reverse, the match would have been over. He would have been able to get the tech fall without getting him back. Here, he has a chance to roll him up, get him up, and take him down. Obviously, he wants to get the most bonus points he can. Trying to run it again here is Hibbets. He's got to realize he tilts back here. This is going to end the match. He's got to make sure he's in good position. Doesn't want to just run something to run something. Got to hold him here.
Great leg positioning from Almendares.
Won't let him tilt back. I think he's got him flat.
That right shoulder of Hibbets staying up.
Hibbets peels it off and gets the tech. So now, instead of giving up 6, he gives up 5.
Newton's very happy with that one.
Yeah, I don't think Dover is.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, Instagram, Garden State HSW, or X, Garden State HSW, and Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live stream coverage. A tack or a pin is needed here for Dover. Not the greatest start for them.
Newton looks poised to win their first conference championship in a long time.
When you look at Newton's history, there hasn't been, all of their most recent state placers are usually, like their girls program is out of this world. They've been making their mark in the women's wrestling scene.
The New Kit program, Newton Kittatinny, what's it called? New Kit.
Appreciate that. Sorry about that.
No.
But the boys program has been struggling a little bit, like we said before, in more recent years. But this would be gigantic with a big win over Dover like this, if they can muster it. You're looking at this beforehand, 5-7 versus 10-3. You're just expecting it to go the way that goes. But Newton, we knew they're 3-0 in their conference. Great team right here. Just a little bit of a tougher schedule. But this would be gigantic for Newton. And right here, it could be over. Stone of Newton with a funky pin here. Pin attempt here, rather.
Really close there. I think it might be great job by Carmona getting out of there. But Stone holding it in, readjusting.
10 seconds now.
And Newton gets the pin and is your Colonial Division champions in the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference, winning 43-32.
We would like to thank our main live stream sponsor for tonight, Palestis Educational Consultants, for providing financial support to broadcast tonight's action. Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, Garden State HSW, Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor or learn more, you ask? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
We are here in the Harrington Press Box. Donald J. Brower, Shaney Dunn. Great matchup. You know, battle of two teams. I think there were some toss-ups, obviously, early on. That Newton won that kind of gave him that lead, put Dover in a bad position. Just this match and kind of what you thought about today.
I mean, this is a great duel. Like I was saying in that last match, the records were a little misleading coming in here. But Newton, their program, they've been struggling the last couple of years, but this is such a big win for them here over Dover.
100%. Nothing more to say. We got a lot of stuff to do, but for Shaney Dunn, for my cameraman, I'm Donald J. Brower. We will see you not only later this week, but the county tournaments are coming. We're going to be doing a bunch. Check out the site. We'll see you then.